Hello and welcome back to my podfic. This is the reading of Chapter 6, All Might Dies, from the fic called Zutopia by Itslivybear. This is a re-recording because I lost the first recording. I don't know where I put it. I don't know how I lost it. I just lost it, alright? So I lost the first recording, so I'm re-recording all of this. And I'm recording this a bit in a rush since I won't be having much time in a while. I won't be having much time to record for a long time. So let's get on with the summary, I guess. Summary. He's in the hospital, at least. The AFO All Might fights happens during this year, so we have the aftermath. Izuku being a manipulative little shit without realizing it, and then a game with more of the teachers. Nedzu was nervous. Izuku could tell. Well, it wasn't really nerves, it was more like, It was hard to tell. If Izuku had to put a label on it, it was a mix of flustered, angry, annoyed, upset, and a little bit of exasperation thrown in for good measure. No one else would probably be able to tell, but Izuku had been having lessons with Nedzu for almost 2 months now, and he had a pretty good handle on the various emotions of his friend. Plus, Nedzu had wanted him to focus on observation, now that he had a lot of manipulation tactics and psychology tricks down, so he would be able to accurately figure out which ones would work best. Because of that, he had really gotten much better at reading people, including Nedzu. He just didn't know why Nedzu was feeling all of those things, but, well, if you want to know something, you can either do some digging or be direct. Nedzu? Yes, Izuku? Why are you upset? The principal blinked before smiling. Forgive me. I didn't mean to have it interfere with our lessons. No, it's not. He shook his head. I was just concerned is all. Nedzu blinked. Concern? For me? He shifted, suddenly nervous. Well, yeah, you are usually pretty cool. Not to say that when you're upset you aren't cool. I mean, calm and collected, in control, I guess, but recently... Nedzu hummed. There has been a case with the commission, and one of our top heroes that needs to be kept under wraps. Oh, he blinked rapidly. Of course, I won't pry. Oh no, Nedzu chuckled. That's not what has me irritated, not in the slightest. I understand completely why they want to keep such a thing hidden, but... He cocked his head, examining Izuku, before he seemed to come to a decision. Well, maybe you can see for yourself. Okay, all cards on the table. That was not what Izuku was expecting. Honest. Someone injured? Sure, they were headed to a hospital anyway. A hero injured? It made sense, something the commission would want to keep under wraps, especially if it was that bad. Plus, they headed to the hero ward, so he wasn't shocked to see a hero. No, it was the number 1 hero who was injured. In retrospect of one word he had learned recently, it made even more sense that the commission would want to cover this up. All Might, symbol of peace, severely injured in a villain fight? Yeah, people would probably freak out like it was the end of days or something. Crime would probably hike up. People would become petty criminals. There might be even be something like looting in the streets, and that was with All Might winning. In fact, they didn't even make it to the room. All Might was busy using the wall to get himself to walk down the hallway and out of his hospital bed, while Sir Night-Eye pleaded him to go back to bed. Izuku was so shocked he actually stopped, making Nedzu tug at his hand when he held it, not expecting to stop. He didn't stop the boy when his hand slipped out and rushed forward, both mad and concerned. Hey, you're really hurt! Get back in bed! The 2 pros blinked at him. At Izuku, not quite seeing Nedzu yet, before All Might spoke up. I can assure you, young man, I'm perfectly... Toshinori, stop. Even a child can see how injured you are. At this rate, you will finish what that man had started. All Might huffed. Mirai, I can't stop being a hero. The world needs me. Izuku folded his arms, annoyed at being ignored. The world can need you when you're fully healed. Now get back in bed, or do I need to call a doctor? The symbol of peace paled, and wasn't that a sight, and sputtered, Young man, Izuku, young Izuku, I will be just fine. There's nothing the hospital can do to help me. Why not? He blinked, looking down at this 8-year-old green child who was stubbornly crossing his arms and glaring at him. Yagi Toshinori, the number one hero. Well, he started, speaking as one would to a much younger child than Izuku. I got really hurt, but most of the hurt ended up taking out some of my insides. That's not something hospitals can just fix. What about prosthetics? I don't know if I can get a prosthetic lung. Izuku shrugged. In the age of quirks, I've seen weirder things. Cloning definitely exists, so someone, somewhere, could probably build you a new one. Well, yes, I suppose. But if you want that to work, you need to be ready and fit. As fit as you can be, so you need to go to bed. Gently pushing against him, carefully avoiding the bandages that were spotted with pink from no doubt open stitches, Izuku herded a bewildered All Might back into his hospital room. Sir Night-Eye trailing behind, relieved and amused in equal measure. Nedzu crept in behind, on silent feet, watching his student and friend bully the symbol of peace into rest. When All Might noticed him, he did a double take and his eyes went comically wide. Nedzu, when did you get here? Oh, the mammal mused. Since Izuku has been, we came together after all. Night-Eye looked at the boy in a new light. This is the student I've heard rumors of. Nedzu's eyes sparkled. Pray tell, who did you hear those rumors from? The tall man scoffed. No, I'm not telling. I imagine you'd rather figure it out on your own. Oh ho, he chortled. Quite so, but yes, this is Midori Izuku, my personal student and friend. Both heroes blinked at that. It wasn't often Nedzu called someone, least of all a human, his friend. Said friend was still glaring at All Might, or more the sheets he was fiddling with, and carefully rearranging the bed to try and make him more comfortable, and thus more likely to stay in bed. Young Izuku. He held up a hand to stop the hero. No, unless it's an apology for recklessly and pointlessly reopening your no doubt terrible wounds, I don't want to hear it. Honestly, what were you thinking? You thought you could save people in this state? His anger turned to sadness. He sniffed, eyes watering. How can you save everyone with a smile if you make your friends worry? Sir Night-Eye nodded. Toshinori, please. We just want you to stay safe. Izuku looked into All Might's blue eyes, trying to morph his expression into one of determination instead of misery. How can you save everyone if you don't even save yourself? Yagi Toshinori, the symbol of peace, number one hero, All Might, and 8th successor of One for All, broke, right then and there. And then again when Chiyo came and hit him for getting out of bed. Not 5 minutes later, Izuku was all smiles, though his eyes were still a little red and he did sniff occasionally, while he jabbered on to the bedridden All Might about physical therapy, food that was light on your stomach and still good for you, bedtime stories that never failed to help Izuku sleep, and so on. Everything and nothing. Sir Night-Eye pulled Nedzu aside, speaking quietly. What on earth possessed you to bring a child here? Nedzu smiled. I'm not sure what you mean. We just happened to be in the ward when we saw a clearly injured person trying to resist medical help. Don't try it, Nedzu. You brought him here on purpose. He hummed, looking at the sparkle in Izuku's eyes. I did. You are correct. Izuku noticed my change in mood and wanted to know what was causing it. Night-Eye raised a brow. So, what bring him? Why not just say someone got in an accident? Oh, but I did. However, that wasn't what irritated me. It was the fact that Yagi was making poor decisions and was not willing to listen to reason. That doesn't answer the question. Why did you bring the boy here? Nedzu gestured to the pair. What do you think? He is very good at what he does, no? And I don't even think he knew what he was doing. Isn't it wonderful? Night-Eye paused before frowning. You brought him to manipulate Toshinori into actually getting rest? Oh yes, if he starts acting up again, I'm sure we can stop by. Izuku would no doubt love to make sure he is taking all the suggestions to heart. The boy has done plenty of research on the human body, mostly the psyche, you understand, but biology is important too. How old is he? He's 8. And he got an accurate read on your emotions? We spent a lot of time together, but yes, he did get much better at observing faster than I could have possibly hoped. Night-Eye nodded, contemplative. He's a good child. Indeed. Coming from you, who hates children, that is a high compliment. Night-Eye rolled his eyes. Coming from you, who hates most humans, it is also a compliment to call him your friend. Nedzu quiets down, smile fading to a more normal, softer expression. Yes, I suppose it is. After making the bedridden hero promise to stay in bed, the two left again, heading back to UA in a much brighter spirits. Izuku, Nedzu said as they walked through the gates, would you like to play a game today? Izuku perked up. What game? There's a game called Insider. It's a bit like 20 questions, or person, place, or thing. But there's one person who secretly knows what the word is as well. Are you interested? Another game of secrets? Of course, count him in. Yes, please. Excellent. I'll just gather some of the staff then. Shall we see who's free? They walked into the staff room, and Midnight paled at the sight of them both. Aizawa sighed and buried his face deeper in his capture scarf. Ectoplasm looked resigned, and President Mike looked delighted. Hey there, listener. You must be Izuku. Surprised I haven't seen you yet, since you've been here so long. I'm President Mike, but you can call me Yamada. Izuku nodded, eyes sparkling. I really like your radio show. Hey, put your hands up for a high five, little listener. Izuku giggled and obliged, high-fiving the voice hero. Anyway, what's up, Nedzu? We're here to play a game, and we're wondering if you'd like to join us. Aizawa and Ectoplasm, frequent victims, just sighed and went to sit at the table, already resigned to their fate. Midnight was a little more nervous, especially seeing the reactions of the other two, but Yamada looked thrilled. Sure thing, what are we playing? Nedzu hopped up into a seat, Izuku beside him, and slid a small red box with an eye decal on it onto the table. Tell me, you all have played 20 questions or person, place, or thing before, correct? There were all nods all around. Excellent! This game is not much different, just a little more nuanced. These tokens, he held out 6 rectangles with a black and white design on the back, represent our roles. There is a master, the commoners, and of course the insider, hence the name of the game. The only other thing is this box you'll see is this deck of cards. On one side is a number 1 through 6, and on the other is 6 numbered nouns. When the roles are passed out, the master will reveal themselves. Everyone else staying quiet about who or what they are. Everyone closes their eyes. The master flips the card over to reveal a new number and a list of words. The number on the card of the next card is which word on the card you flipped that everyone will have to guess. Once the master knows it, they close their eyes as well and call for the insider to open their eyes as well. The insider has a few moments to acquaint themselves with the word before the master will tell them to close their eyes again and will flip the card back over so that no one can see. Everyone will open their eyes. A timer of 5 minutes will start, and we will go around the circle asking the master yes or no questions to try and determine what the object is. The insider wants the group to guess it, but does not want to be discovered, so they must be careful about asking questions that are not too pointed. Does anyone have any questions? Aizawa sighed. When are we allowed to guess? Does that count as a question? Yes, it is generally counted as a question, but at 2 minutes remaining, it is considered a free-for-all, and anyone can ask questions completely out of order. Izuku nodded. What if the answer to a question is maybe? Nedzu's whiskers twitched. Up to the discretion of the master, I suppose. In general, stick to one side. If no, one maybe is no, then all maybes should also be no. Midnight slapped her hands on the table, looking excited. This sounds fun. Let's play. Nedzu spread the tokens in the center of the table, allowing everyone to pick them before him, going last, and Aizawa flipped his up. I'm the master. Nedzu flipped over a tiny hourglass and indicated to Izuku. You are to his left. You ask the first question. He nodded. Is it alive? No. Nedzu went next. Is it a place? Yes. Midnight put her chin in her hand. Is it kid-friendly? She purred. Aizawa looked at her, deadpan. Yes. Ectoplasm nodded. Is it well known? Yes. President Mick tapped his fingers on the table. Oh, I know. Is it the park? No. Why are you guessing this early? Pooey. Izuku swallowed his turn again. Is it an amusement park? Aizawa sighed, turning his dead gaze to him. It can be. Midnight perked up. Whoa, is that allowed? That wasn't a yes or no. Nedzu smiled. Perfectly so. It is open for 7 to 10 hours. Yes. Midnight huffed. Is there an age limit? No. Ectoplasm clicked his teeth in thought. Is it a water park? No. Is it an ice cream parlor? Mike, ask questions, not guesses, and no. Is it? Oh, wait. Does this place serve food? Aizawa sighed at Izuku's question, though he was more relieved. Yes. Nedzu hummed. Does this place have multiple stores? Yes. Does it sell adult things? I hate you. There is literally an 8-year-old here. Also, yes. Midnight trying to hold back her laughter, but she couldn't help it, and some snorts escaped. Ectoplasm pondered. I feel like we're close. Oh, does it usually have one big clothes store? Nedzu piped up, unable to help himself. Is it a mall? Aizawa sighed. Are you sure it was in the free-for-all section, Nedzu? But yes, the word was small. Oh yes, forgive me, Ectoplasm. I couldn't help myself. I was getting there, but it's no big deal. Now, Nedzu clapped his hands together, comes the fun part. First, since I guessed the word, do you all think I'm the insider? And Aizawa gets to guess as well, of course, since he doesn't know the identity either. Yamada hummed. I don't know. You asked some pretty pointed questions. He was the one who guessed it was a place and it had multiple stores. Yeah, but he's also Nedzu. I think it's Ecto or Izuku. He blinked. Why me? Just the vibes, you know? Nedzu chuckled. Well, it's time to vote on whether or not I am the insider. Hands out. Make a thumbs up or thumbs down on the count of 3. On 3, most thumbs were pointed down, with the exception of Aizawa, who was looking at the principal with narrowed eyes. Nedzu chortled. Well, I am not the insider, so you were correct in this matter. Most of you. Now we have to guess who we think the insider actually is. If we guess incorrectly, the insider wins and everyone else loses. I believe we have discussed our thoughts enough. On the count of 3, point to who you think it is. Midnight pointed at Izuku, Yamada pointed at Ectoplasm, and everyone else pointed at Yamada. He pouted, What? No way! I was way off base all the time. Yes, Aizawa drawled, which is suspicious. Well, Nedzu said with glee, were you in the insider? Yamada flipped up his token, revealing he was a commoner. Nope. Nedzu blinked. How curious. Who was it? Midnight grinned. Me. I didn't have to do much. Nedzu asked most of the hard questions, but Shota, what mall is also an amusement park? The big ones, like the Mall of America. I don't know. I don't like to go to malls. Too many people. Midnight rolled her eyes and bounced excitedly. Okay, are we playing again? Nedzu took up the 6 tokens and shuffled them, Aizawa and Midnight picking last. Aizawa flipped up the master token again. Midnight and Yamada groaned. There's no way this is fair. Midnight nodded, slamming her hands into the table. This is rigged. I picked last. Don't be ridiculous. Nedzu chuckled. Very well, time to close our eyes so the master can see the word. Izuku closed his eyes, a little bummed he wasn't anything special this round either, but he was having fun, so there it was. Now the master closes their eyes and the insider opens theirs. After another moment, everyone opened their eyes, the card carefully tucked under Aizawa's token, and Nedzu flipped the timer again. Izuku, you start again, he gulped. Well, tried and true. Is it alive? Aizawa actually grimaced. No. Seemingly in the same vein of thinking, Nedzu asked, Is it a place? No. Is it, Midnight paused for a dramatic effect, robotic? Aizawa sighed. No. Can you eat it? No. Can it cause harm? Zashi, everything can cause harm if used incorrectly enough. Yeah, I meant if used incorrectly. Is it used to harm people? No. Izuku bit his lip. Is it an object? Yes, finally a good question. Is it consumable? No. Midnight leaned forward. Is it thick with 3 C's? Aizawa took a deep sigh, looking like he longed to be anywhere else. No. Ectoplasm had taken to ignoring Midnight, it seemed, because he wasn't fazed in the slightest. Can you hold it easily? Yes. Yamada went next. Is it bigger than an average house cat? Yes, generally. Back to Izuku. Is it a toy? Is it a toy? No. Nedzu smiled. Can it be used for daily needs? Yes. Is it a blanket? No. Is it a purse? 1. Bigger than an average house cat. 2. Stop guessing things. Ectoplasm, I expected better. Is it a bed? Zashi, what did I just say? And no. Is it something on a bed? No. Nedzu hummed again. We've passed 2-minute warning. If you all would simply like to ask questions. Is it a phone? Nimburi, I swear to God, I will kick your ass into next week if you guess another thing without getting more information. Fine. Can I use it to restrain someone? Nedzu, remind me why you let her in this game. Show, answer the question. You know what? Fine. Yes. Midnight blinked and broke into a grin. Really? Awesome! Yamada sat up straight. Is it kept in a specific place? Yes. Is it made of metal? No, Izuku, it is not. Nedzu raised a paw. Can things be stored in this item? Aizawa narrowed his eyes. Yes. Midnight and Yamada did a rapid-fire guessing round. Cardboard box? Backpack? Briefcase? They kept firing off various containers, only for all of them to be shot down. Zashi, I swear, a wallet is smaller than a cat. Not a kitten. Kill me now. Wait, Izuku muttered. Can it be made of different materials? Aizawa grinned. Yes, it can. Can it be rectangular in shape? Yes. Midnight chewed her lip before shooting up. Oh, is it a basket? Aizawa ran a hand through his hair. Yes. God, finally. Nedzu clapped his hands in delight. Lovely. Now we have to ask if Midnight is in fact our insider, since she was the one to guess it. She frowned. But I was the insider last time. And I was the master, and yet... But no, I don't think it's her. Or she's really bad at her job. Izuku nodded. I don't think she's the insider either. Ectoplasm and Nedzu also shook their heads. At the vote, everyone voted no. Nimari, are you the insider? She flipped up her token. Nope, not this time. I think it was Hisashi. The man gasped in shock. Again? What did I do to deserve this? I can't believe you. Nedzu's snout twitched in amusement. Personally, I believe it to be Izuku. His eyes widened. What? Why? You were the one who asked the 2 questions that led Midnight to guessing correctly. It seems logical to me. Yamada folded his arms. I think it was Ecto. Nah, it probably is Yamada this time. They voted, Yamada getting most of the votes, with Nedzu voting for Izuku and Yamada himself voting for Ectoplasm. Alas, he bemoaned, falling back with his hand to his forehead. 'Twas not I was merely a commoner. Midnight harumphed. No way, then who was it? Ectoplasm raised a hand. It was me. Most of the table groaned with the exception of Nedzu, who chuckled. Aizawa tossed his master token into the center of the table. I hope I don't get that again, because all of you are hopeless. They dealt out the tokens one last time, and Izuku was delighted to see he was the master. He flipped it up with a grin. Excellent, Nedzu said. Now we should all close our eyes. They went through the process again, and the card flipped up to reveal the word was wife. This should be good. Nedzu, to Izuku's left, started them off, eyes twinkling as he stole Izuku's usual starting question. Is it alive? Yes, Midnight hummed. Is this alive thing a person? Yes. Is it female? Yes. Yamada grinned. A mother? No. Aizawa narrowed his eyes. A sister? No. Is this person in the 5 foot to 5'5" range? Izuku blinked. They can be? Midnight plopped her chin on her hand. Are they older than 10? Izuku paled. Yes. Ectoplasm nodded. Does she like teeth? They all turned to face the clothing hero. What? I mean, like, does she collect teeth? No. Damn, then not the tooth fairy. Yamada slammed his hand on the table. Is it a familial role? Yes. Aizawa nodded. Daughter? No. Niece? No. Parent? She can be? Midnight sighed dramatically. Ectoplasm took the next question. Is she in love? Izuku blushed. I hope so. Yamada perked up. Is she a bridge? No. Midnight slammed her hands on the table. Is she a wife? Izuku blushed again and nodded. Yeah, the word was wife. Yamada grinned. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I was really close with mother. Damn, I guess not all mothers are wives, and not all wives are mothers. Quite so. Nedzu hummed. Now, do we believe Midnight to be the insider? There was a chorus of no's, the vote revealing the same. Very well. Midnight? Nope, not me. I think that this time it really is Hisashi. Yamada groaned. Nem, stop. It hasn't been me the past 2 times, no matter how much you thought it was. Give it a rest. Well, eventually, the woman crowed. I'm bound to be right. Izuku spoke up. I think it might be ectoplasm again. The tooth fairy thing might have been meant to throw us off. Aizawa scratched his chin. I don't know. The only people I know for sure, it's not Izuku and Namori. Other than that, everyone is fair game. After a bit more deliberation, they voted, 2 fingers pointing to ectoplasm, 3 fingers pointing to Yamada, and 1 finger pointing to Nedzu. Oh, his mentor asked, you suspect me, Izuku? He nodded hesitantly. Well, the majority went with Yamada, so I do believe it is time to reveal. Yamada flipped his token up, revealing a commoner for the 3rd time in a row, and the whole table groaned, except Nedzu, who cackled, revealing he was the insider. Well, he stood up from the table, gathering the tokens and cards and hourglass back into the small box. Despite never successfully capturing the insider in all 3 rounds played, I rather enjoyed myself. Thank you for playing, my teachers, but now Izuku and I must go. Toodles! They walked out the room, leaving confused teachers behind, and as soon as the door to Nedzu's office shut, Izuku burst out laughing. Toodles? Since when did you say Toodles? Nedzu chuffed lightly. Since I decided to confuse my subordinates. They certainly looked it, so I gather I succeeded. He giggled. Yeah, you did. They looked really shocked. Nedzu hummed in delight. Now, what would you like to do for the remainder of our time left? Izuku perked up. Can we play 6 again? I want to beat you again. Nedzu smiled coyly, clearing a space on his table and drawing out a deck of cards. Bold words, Izuku. Can you live up to them? Izuku hummed, pretending to be in thought. I don't know. You might be right. After all, you are Nedzu. Nedzu chuckled. And you, my friend, are Izuku. Now, I will deal first. And that was the end of this chapter. I knew there was one chapter that I recorded that made my mouth dry as hell. But I forgot that it was this one. Just the chapter that I lost. Well, actually, I lost chapter 1, chapter 6 through 8. So, yeah. But anyways, go check them out in the description, of course. This is the end of this chapter. All Might Dies. I'm sorry. All Might Dies. Sorry. Because I can't stop laughing at the title. From Zutopia by Itslivybear on AO3. The link will be in the description as always. And have a good whatever time of the day. And as always, hydrate or die straight. Or as they also say, the straights. Hydrate or dihydrate. And yeah, that's it for today.